A little closer.
Little closer.
There you go. There
Oh,
you go.
wow.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, we can tell you about those kind of things. Yeah.
Take us back.
Right.
Are we live, Reagan? All right, sweet. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Spread the Positive podcast. Little evening edition tonight. Got two super special guests with us in the building, in the studio with us tonight. Frances and Joshua Rosales. Man, y'all go crazy. Y'all go crazy. I know the studio's going crazy. I mean, the studio audience is losing their mind right now.
All right. I
Man.
like that.
All right. So me and Joshua talked. We've been on the pod, done several things together. Frances, this is our first time on mic together.
I'm excited.
Me too. We're gonna get into you running for school board, District 7.
That's right.
We're gonna talk about a awesome back to school drive that Break Thru Nashville has going with Joshua here. And I just want to take it back a little. I'd love to. We were talking about some first Christmases, first Christmas trees,
true.
all the things, man. So that's typically how we do it. I always like to just kind of lay the foundation, who y'all are, how y'all got here, all of that. So take us back, man. Take us back.
Like got here, how we became a couple, or
just
back
how
here?
how you're right here, right now.
Right
here. Early passions. Why you're running for school board, all of that type of stuff. So.
Okay.
Take us back.
You're gonna start?
Is your mic on?
I don't think your mic is on.
Push 4 up. I'm sorry. Yep.
Testing.
There he
There
is.
you
My
go.
bad. My bad. I had the wrong mic up. All right.
Okay, so yeah, go for it.
Okay, so obviously my name is Frances Rosales, and I'm married.
Sorry,
you
she
know,
took my name.
to Josh. Yeah, that was one of the things that we argued about. Is the
So there's
will I
there's a
become
whole story. Wait. So there's a whole story behind this. So
yeah.
Frances' maiden name is Rivera, right?
Yes,
so
and I love my
Frances,
last name.
Her middle
love
name
my
is
last
Aureli.
name.
So Frances Aureli's Rivera.
That's
So
correct.
when
That's very
Yeah.
we were
I know,
when we
thank
got
you.
together, she was like, one thing that I really like is that because your last name is Rosales, that I don't have to switch the R, so it's still FAR. So
Yeah.
No,
Frances,
but I
so I'm
didn't
like,
want to switch my name. That was the thing. I still want to keep Rivera. Like
I know,
I
but
did
she
not want to be
switched it.
Rosales.
But it's crazy. You
so
call
now
her
it's
cell
FRR.
phone, and
Yeah,
her cell phone
FAR.
is still Frances Rivera.
Yes, I love my
change that
last name.
Change
Yes.
that voicemail. She's like, nah.
Yes, and that was one of the things that we had a discussion about before we got married.
That's funny.
Is about me changing my name.
Right.
So I had to agree to change my last name. But you know, in cultures,
I wasn't going to be taking on her last name.
I know,
Yeah,
but in Puerto Rico, you don't have to change your last name. You can keep your last name. And I love my last name. And I love my mom's last name. Her name is Viana, but she changed it when she came to the United States. So I told him I was going to do it, but I waited like a year.
It's all good.
Getting married.
It's all good.
All right. Well, now I know.
Now you know.
All right. So yeah.
And so then,
Go ahead.
so the other cool thing is that Christmas is huge in our house.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
because of
so,
me.
yeah, because of
Yeah,
everything
because
is
of me.
because of Frances.
But
right?
it is that
everything
particular
because of
thing
Frances.
is because of me.
Anything that I bring up is like, so like Halloween is big.
That's right. Because of me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because of you.
Yeah. So
hilarious.
Well, I buy the decorations.
yeah. So this year, well, towards the Christmas came, Christmas left, and February came, February left.
Back up. Tell them why we did. You're not really painting the whole picture.
Okay,
what happened
paint the
is that
picture.
we've got. I love Christmas, right?
Okay.
My whole attic is full of decorations. I mean, it's my kids open the door and they're like, seriously, you're going to buy more decorations?
Yeah.
And I said, yes, because I love Christmas. So we've got about 4 or 5 Christmas trees, plus the decorations that go in the mantle. And sometimes I put it on the stairwell and what have you not. So you can imagine now that we got a lot of Christmas tree.
Yes.
So during the pandemic, I just had I've been lazy. Normally I start doing this. I'm ahead of the game. I'm into it. But with pandemic hit, it was just really hard for me to get into the right. Exactly. So last year, it took me a long time to get into the spirit of Christmas. And so I waited literally to the week of Christmas to put all my decorations up.
Okay.
Yeah. So I said to him and said, I'm not ready to take down the trees and the Christmas trees and the decorations.
So now they're up all year long.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna go a year now with the Christmas tree, and now this time I'm gonna be ahead of the schedule.
Yeah, you're way ahead.
They're already decorated.
Yeah,
Don't need to
Christmas in
bring them
July.
down. They're already decorated.
So we had a crew come to our house in January because we did this really cool thing of for PBS of reading, like teach our kids how to read, and it fell on Martin Luther King Day.
Nice.
Yes, I know. I thought that was pretty cool. Well, anyway, so that you take pictures, and they had to move away the shot so the Christmas trees wouldn't
Christmas
be
trees right
on the
yeah, they were in our
shot.
house, filming, and it was pretty cool.
But so you see the camera crews, and my husband took pictures, and you can see the Christmas
that's
trees
so
in the
funny.
picture. But in the videos, when they actually did the recording, you don't see the
That's
Christmas
so
trees at
funny.
all.
Yeah,
That's probably a good
Never
thing.
a dull
Yeah.
moment in the Rosales household.
That's facts. That's facts. I've been there, and it's always
That's
fun.
right. You
It's
have
always
been.
fun.
Yes.
All right, so let's get into some of your all's current events or current life, right?
Yeah, we got a lot going
Yeah,
on.
y'all are
Mhm.
busy,
Got a lot
man.
going
on.
Y'all- it makes me tired just thinking about all the stuff
Hey,
y'all are doing.
But you know what? Everybody's busy. I tell people, like, everybody's busy in their own way. Like
Facts.
we're
Mhm.
we're super busy, but that doesn't make us any more busier than you, because
Right.
you're
Right.
crazy busy.
Oh,
You
yeah,
talk
you're
about
really
someone that's
busy.
busy.
Yeah.
Sure,
Trent and Spread the Positive
Yeah,
is
man.
Mhm.
incredibly busy,
sure.
and is like, yeah, everyone is just got their own busyness.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But to be purposefully busy is
there it
what-
is.
Yeah.
Impactfully busy.
Exactly.
Yeah, y'all are definitely on that
Exactly.
purposely and impactfully. Very, very, very purposely impactful, man. We'll call it that. So, talk to us about what y'all got going with this back to school drive, and we'll get into Francis. You run in for a school board and all that too, and just kind of how that runs or works
Definitely.
together, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So with Break Thru Nashville, we got a lot of stuff going on. Of course, Break Thru Nashville, we're based in Antioch. We serve the Hispanic community. We're really involved in financial literacy. We partner with 5 Title I schools there. This coming year, we're going to have another 10. So we're probably going to be
Oh my
around 15.
gosh.
Mhm.
So we're going to be super busy. We partner with quite a few other larger nonprofits
Yep.
that donate to us school supplies and whatnot. And so this year was different. We got another backpack event happening on the 23rd of July, and then there's
Nice.
one on the 2nd of August, which that'll be with the public school system. But
But we
this
also
one right
have
here,
the one in July 18th.
yeah, exactly, and
Okay.
that's right. So
Okay.
the one with July 18th, because
It's like this week. Isn't it?
Yes,
yes,
it's on Monday.
this
Yeah,
next
it's Monday.
Monday.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So one thing that Break Thru Nashville does, and I'm really super proud of, is that we go into schools and we partner up with local businesses, and they will sponsor a coffee cart. So we bring in coffee, bring in fruit, donuts, all kinds of stuff, and we
Yeah.
celebrate teachers, because
Yes.
right now teachers get the shaft, right?
Man.
They
I mean,
do.
when
yeah.
it comes to pay, when it
Mhm.
comes to they're not a psychologist, but they have to act like a psychologist. They're not
Mhm.
a bouncer, but they got to be a
a
bouncer.
babysitter.
They're not a babysitter,
Mhm.
but they got to be a babysitter, and then they don't get paid like they should get paid.
Exactly. Yeah.
And-
What if, yeah, right.
It's a thankless job.
It's
Man.
really a thankless
Breaks my
job.
heart.
So what
Mhm.
we do is we've been doing it for years, and going into the public school system, and we take a school, we go in, we set up at like 7 a.m. Teachers start coming through, and we just start just loving on them
Yeah.
and thanking them
Mhm.
for all they do. And so that's one thing that we really, really do. And it's really built a cohesiveness with Break Thru Nashville and the public school system. And so this past school year, Break Thru Nashville, we're wanting to kind of creep into Rutherford County a
Mhm.
little bit. And so
Nice.
we did our first coffee cart at Blackman High School.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so we
Yes.
set it up.
Backyard.
We partnered
Yep, our
with
backyard, exactly.
Charles Rucker. With
Shouts to Ruck.
Yep.
Love
Yep.
Rucker,
Yeah.
man.
Nutrition. Yeah. And
Which they
Dakota.
got married, by the way.
I know,
Yep.
man.
They
So
have
happy
beautiful
for 'em.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Charles and Dakota, and we partner with Liliana. She's with Good Time Tommy. She's on his team.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And so we just had a really good time all coming together, and we were able to distribute coffee and donuts and great conversation. This was a time where Frances was like, you know what, with her decision of getting into running for school board,
Mhm.
we were like, hey, let's just going to be our first high school that we're going to do it in Rutherford County.
And then we've got another one that we are also working with that we haven't quite done a coffee card, but we are in conversation as well. And I think it's Rocky Fork Middle School that we're doing
so we're creeping into Rutherford County little by little, because I mean we do a lot in Nashville and there's so much to do in Nashville, but there's also
we live here now.
Yeah, we live here in Rutherford County, so it's like, why not spread the positive?
Hey, see what you did there, man. See what you did there. Real.
So we decided to bring back to school drive here. And I've kind of been, Josh has helped me connect. Well, he connected with the business, like he said, that we've partnered with the businesses, and Carrie Ann Mortgage, Carrie Ann and the team.
So Carrie Ann and my mortgage team gave
us
a beast.
She is. And we've got a
shouts to Carrie Ann.
Yes, she needs a lot of shout to her, because she gave a generous
she gave us a really good donation towards our back to school.
Because we've got a very aggressive goal this year. We want to give away 1,000 book bags. So we're starting out with July 18th with hopefully, oh my gosh, my heart is still fluttering because we're waiting for the shipping to say, yes, it's coming.
So
but we've got 400 book bags that we're giving away.
Yeah. And then we got a mountain of school supplies. Like you walk in our front door and it's just boxes all over the place.
Right now at our house.
And then we got boxes in our Toyota Highlander. And then we got to go back and get more school supplies. So it's gonna be huge, and then all the leftovers we're gonna take.
But we want to give away the 400 here. That's the whole point. We want to push the 400 because we're also getting other businesses that are helping us doing the same thing, but in Antioch.
Nice.
But right now, this is our first one in Rutherford County.
And so this event's gonna be great.
So
that's the one on the 18th.
The 18th, July 18th.
Have you ever been to
the
Fresh Bite Cuban American cuisine on Thompson Lane? And that is no joke. If y'all never been there, y'all need to go.
Well,
Fresh Bite on Thompson Lane is really good stuff.
That's where we're going to be donating the book bags. It's going to be
so they're closed on Monday. They're opening up just for us,
exactly.
And so we're going to be going in and. I mean, you had a radio interview this morning.
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of,
shouts to Anna Marie.
Yeah, exactly. Anna Marie. Yes, waiting for it to be aired, though. We recorded it last week, and I'm waiting for it to be live.
Hey, we live.
I know.
Yeah, right now.
Exactly.
Right now is when you get it.
That's awesome. But also with Noticias, Nashville Noticias, we've been promoting it as well there. And then, like I said, I went to the radio this morning with Vida, which is a Hispanic community. Plus, I'm picking up the phone and calling some area churches to invite them. So obviously, I want these bags to go home to people that need them, and so I'm trying to push the word out there in communication. But we've got crayons, color pencils, markers, paper, scissors, a little bit of rulers, lots of pencils, and lots of both wooden and mechanical, and crayons. If I didn't say that,
if you're able to come out and join us,
and markers too.
Where is it going down? At the Cuban place?
Yeah, it's on Thompson Lane, right across the street from Jim and Nick's.
Yeah.
You know where Fullan's is and all these, and that side of that's where it's at.
Got you.
Yeah.
So Monday night,
5 to 7. 5 to 7.
Put some spread the positive stuff.
Hey man, we'll be there.
Yeah,
that'll be great. Come out and help us and bring people that I mean, I'm knocking on my neighbor's door as well.
Y'all been hitting the streets for sure.
Yes, trying to get this out.
It's crazy, with changing the subject a little bit, but when Frances decided to get into running for school board, like I didn't really understand. Like I had a kind of an idea of what it would look like, but actually being in the middle of it all and I knocking doors and putting door hangers, man.
It's a lot of work.
Blisters on my feet.
Oh man,
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work getting home and then going door knocking, and I mean it's a wear and tear.
Yeah, but the reason why I started the whole school board thing, it was because I've always been into education. I mean, I'm not an educator, I'm not a teacher, I'm not that and whatever, but I have a soft spot for education. I believe in education. I believe every child deserves a good education. I believe education is the foundation of the springboard to get and better opportunities, and you don't have to go to college or go to Oh,
Thank you.
Sorry.
A production assistant. Shouts to Reagan. Thank you for your help today.
She's great. She's doing a good job. So I don't believe that every child is going to go to college, but I do think that everyone deserves an education and a strong foundation in that. Anyway, all that to say, so when we're bringing up the whole Break Thru Nashville, before I got married, my family had a church with a Hispanic community, and they still do. And so one year, I really wanted to help the children that were in our congregation. Because
wait. So these children, going back, these children are like, they live in the trailer parks.
Yeah.
They live, so they're very, very impoverished.
Yes.
And so her mom her mom and dad would get up at like 5 a.m. and start driving. One would take a van, one would take a car, and they would start going out and picking up these kids and bringing them to the church. Yeah. And so when you go to their church, you're like, holy cow, they got like 75, 80 kids.
Yeah, we had a lot of kids.
20 adults. And it was
we
like,
would feed them too,
and
for lunch.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it's like Frances's whole
But let me tell them the story, because there's a reason why I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
So
you see,
no, because I love my husband, and he's a great speaker, and he definitely promotes me very well. But so because I saw that, I was starting at the time couponing. I took this class about couponing.
She's good too at it.
And I wanted to get out of debt, and I wanted to buy a house and all that good jazz. Anyway, so I decided to do that, the couponing, to buy back to school supplies. So with coupons, I bought enough supplies for 30 kids.
Wow.
Book bags, paper,
wow,
all that, like everything you can imagine. So that's how that started.
You did that single-handedly, just couponing.
With couponing. Nice.
And when was this?
Oh, a long time ago. Many years ago.
This is someone.
That's the origin.
That's the origin of the back to school drives.
Is very analytical in the way her brain works. We go into the grocery store with a basket and we're going to spend $130. We start filling up the basket, and I'm like, there is no way we're going to spend $130. In her mind, she's like pulling the items off the shelf, and I don't know if it's just calculating or how
incredible.
Like, she's graduated from UT Knoxville with a biochemistry degree, and her mind just goes crazy. And we get up to the register, it's like, it's going to be $143. I'm like, dang, like what? And it's not just once, but it's like every time. She's just throwing stuff in. It's like, hey, it's going to be we were like $5-10 off, but still amazes me.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I mean, Jesus turned water into wine. I'm like, I just don't. I'm like, man, Frances can.
He sees it every day, turning water into wine, and the loaves, the fishes and the loaves being.
That's multiplied. It. Yeah, 5 loaves. And 2 fish.
Yeah. She
like fed
thousands of people.
Exactly.
Let's go. That's awesome.
Yeah, and so it started that with 30 people, and then the following year we did it again, and then it just kept going and going and going. Yeah, and now it's to the point is this annual event that we do, and then this year we're gonna have about 3 or 4 of them.
It's like 2 or 3
of them. So they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. But we're gonna do it the first time in Rutherford County.
Networking. Yeah. I mean, the more you do it,
oh my gosh,
you got to work the net, right? Yep. You got to work the net, and so it's just continuing to just get people behind you and have them see your vision of what you're wanting. And getting them bought into it, just like spread the positive, right? It's like buy into it.
Yeah. So going back to why I'm running, what got me into school board. So, like I said, the education has always been a thing that I've always been in, that I've been in really invested in. And so with my kids through Josh, because I have 3 bonus kids now, 4 with Ellie. But they were not doing as good in school. So I kind of stepped in and kind of took over that and started working with them and going to the school, having meetings with the teachers and having conferences with the principals. And so during the pandemic, things kind of changed for me. I was already invested and involved, but that just really put me into it even more.
Yeah, just pushed you over
it just pushed me a little bit more to say, I think I'm going to pay. I was paying attention before, but now I'm really paying attention.
Yeah.
And so I started attending the school board meetings, and I felt that at the time, and I'm not going to get into it because there's a lot of, controversial things that happened during that time because of a lot of angst happening, but it just I saw that within the school board, the decisions. Parents were not, well, there are people there at the time today that had children, but not all of them had children in the system. And so it made me understand and be made aware why some of the decisions were made the way they were, because they did not have parents who had kids in the system.
Yeah.
Because if they had children in the system, I think they will have taken a little bit more time in that decision making than trying to push and open the schools. And in fact, I spoke to the new superintendent about that. I said the one critique I really have about all of this is why the rush to open the schools so quickly, because there were a lot of kinks that needed to be worked out, and
1000%.
it just created a lot of frustration and chaos.
Yeah,
especially during that time. Like, so with our family, it's not like we had kids that were straight A students. I mean, we had our kids
who needed help.
They were in the IEP. We had to meet with teachers.
Exactly.
And so it was like we were deep into it. Not really me. It was Frances when
it was really me.
Yeah, everything is Frances. So it's like but we learned. I mean, it's not like this is something that is overnight. Like we've been in the struggle for forever. Especially our oldest is 17, and and it's just like, and then our other daughter, they both had IEP, written out for them, and just the hassle and the challenges of working with the teachers and then working with the guidance counselors. And so where we're at right now, it's like it's not like, oh, we graduated and we have a master's degree in education, and then let me tell you what I think.
No,
we never went there.
We've been through the school of hard knocks. We got the University of Hard Knocks, and we got the t-shirt. And so now it's like, well, no, let me actually tell you how it is, Mr. Professor of Education that's never been through this. This is how it is. And so bringing a different perspective. But then also that other perspective is good too, because you need all different perspectives coming together.
But it's coming with a collaborative mindset, because I don't feel like you get anything done if you just come in there saying, oh, I know all the answers and therefore you got to listen to me. I don't believe you can ever get anything done when you come through that posture. And even though with the IEP meetings that we attended, I came in there with this accordion of stuff because I've done a lot of research, but I didn't come in there with the mindset thinking I'm going to tell the teachers what to do or what to say.
How we can collaborate.
Yeah, exactly. It was saying it was for me to show them that it was important to me and I value their expertise and their time. And we're all here for the common good of the goal, and is to better help our son or our daughter, whoever it is that we had that meeting. So I always felt like at the end of the meetings, I came out feeling great, thinking that they got heard and I felt like I was valued, and vice versa. And so we created this great rapport. I created this great rapport between the teachers and the principals. I mean, they knew me by name.
The resources were straight. I mean, the resources, the school had the resources, like the teachers took the time. They really came together with putting the plan in place. And, our one daughter graduated early.
Nice.
And then our other daughter graduated early. And so it was like, I think what it is that a lot of parents feel lost and just lost, and they don't know where to go, who to turn to. And when you have a support, especially being on school board, knowing where the resources are, like it just helps a lot of parents, because I mean, you got so many parents that got, from all different walks of life. And there's some children have disabilities, and some children are, IEP, all this stuff, but it's just cool. It's a passion. I mean, it's a passion. I think right now in the United States and probably in the world is like the young people, like they don't know how to connect the dots when it comes to entrepreneurship. Like there's a lack of trade schools,
trades, for sure.
And it's like we need to like really work and take time, have more partnerships with nonprofits and the private sector to come alongside the school system. School system get, they're getting the money, but it's like they need more than that. They need private sector to come in and spread the positive. Like what you're doing with Waves is incredible.
Yeah, man. That's been
I'm
so
telling
fun.
you, to have people be able to learn, this is a skill set here to host a podcast, to have your own like you can make money off of it. And it's like for young people that have that, their brain is just going 100 miles an hour, just say, hey, time out. You see all these dots right here. By the way, if you're out there, you need to take a picture of this QR code and you need to follow Spread the Positive.
Thank you,
That's
Josh.
right.
Thank you.
But like connecting these dots, this is kind of what young people's minds look like.
Yeah, right. That's true.
And
That's
it's
a
like
great, great analogy.
how do I connect these dots? And it's like the great Trent Denson comes along and says,
man.
let me impart some wisdom to you.
Get out of here,
And
man.
let me show you how to
Morgan
connect.
Freeman or Josh?
That's
man?
right.
God.
You didn't
Morgan
know
Freeman
that.
come from?
That's right.
Yeah.
You didn't know you had a Morgan Freeman.
Oh man.
But something that I wanted you brought up earlier is about the teachers, and so with the nonprofit, I believe that is a great way to show support, because I want to have more community involvement. Like I said, I don't know if I said it, but I've attended school board meetings for the past 2 years. I've missed maybe one or two.
Wow.
Yeah, and There's
been some doozies in the past couple of years.
It has, and I've been there.
They need to turn them into pay-per-view events.
Right, they really do.
I would be paying for it.
Right.
Yeah. And I've actually talked to the board members and addressed situations, but it's not just giving talking points, but also provide some solutions to it. I've emailed anyway. So all that to say, it's something that the bit that we battled is the funding. I don't know if you're aware of, but the county itself, the school takes 70% of the county's budget. Yeah, she's looking at me like an open eyes to say, what? And yes. Yeah. And so, we battle with the funding. And so I think in a different perspective, like a creative way, is to bring more community and even do more, go back to the businesses adopting school, and to help circumvent and subsidize some of the costs. Teachers right now, they're having to cut it.
Yeah. Pocket,
yeah. And just to pay
the
for
teachers,
things.
man. Pay the dang teachers.
Yep.
It's not
Oh,
too
yeah.
much to ask.
Well,
pay them a little bit more and then give them some benefits, like give them some classes, like what do you call them, graduate classes that they can take, or like Belmont or Vanderbilt, like give them classes.
So you guys are saying a lot of things, but since I'm following a lot of it, I can speak a little bit into some things. So we're getting some the expert.
No, for real though.
But this past school board, 2 meetings ago in the budget, they did increase the pay for teachers of 5%, and I think that's awesome. They probably deserve more because of everything that's going on with inflation. But in regards to help giving some benefits to the teachers in regards paying for them to go back to school, there is a law right now that it's in the legislation that's still kind of waiting to be debated. Yeah, making its way through, but that it speaks exactly into that. And so it's just a matter of getting behind that and pushing that. But you're right. Our teachers are definitely have always been. I mean, have teachers ever been paid? They've always been underpaid, and they're always overworked, and they have a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. And it also does not help in our county. It's our 4th largest county. We're the 4th largest district. In the past years, seems like every year we're adding 2,000 new students every year.
So crazy.
I know. And then next year, this upcoming school year, we're 2,000 new students are coming, and that's enough to start a new high school.
Yeah.
So
where's that going to go?
But then they're like, hey, let's just build a
exactly.
new high school. Let's just build a new school. It takes money.
Yeah, and
well,
that's
no, we
been
got
very
money.
debated,
Everybody's moving in here. No, it
doesn't work that way. Yeah. And then on top of that, we've got a shortage of teachers. I don't know if you saw the article today from the DNHA.
Teachers, shortage of police officers.
Yeah.
Shortage of
so we've got 80 teachers. We have 80 positions, and that were yet to be fulfilled. And then I think it was 2 weeks ago, there was a school fair for a job fair for teachers, and there was really hardly no teachers that came. And I was in a school board meeting about I think it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, that when they were talking about the job fair, and they were hopeful that they were getting teachers to come that were just graduating from TSU. It used to be in MTSU alone that they couldn't get enough educators. I mean, they had so many educators graduating with an educated degree that it was just like a dime a dozen. Now, the popularity of that education major is just gone down big time. And so there's some changes that need to be made, but positive changes, but they've got to be right changes and smart changes.
And I think that's where nonprofits come around, because like if I think even in the private sector, I think that if I would be happy with getting maybe not paid top dollar, but yet if I was shown appreciation every day and I was shown through different incentives, then I would be like, hey, I would get up and I love to come to work. But if I'm not getting appreciated every day, not saying that, the principals are not doing that, but just saying as a teacher, like I want to feel.
We need more of that.
We need more spread of the positive.
We do need more spread of the positive.
Some
Yes.
love and appreciation, man. That goes a long way.
But it'll all, I mean, if we didn't get here overnight, we're not going to get to where we need to be overnight.
Right.
And so, but it
takes folks like us that'll bring light to what actually needs to be done. So
who have a heart, like they're there for the right seasons, because anybody can jump in the hat and run, but they may not have the right reasons,
right intentions.
If they jump in the hat,
and
they
so
can't get out.
And so you're so funny, but he's so silly with those all the time. That's how he won me over with those silly jokes when we were dating.
I used to tell her some. I've been like
some doozies.
Man,
yeah,
you
there
must
was
be
definitely
pretty
doozies.
woman, because if I was Richard Gere,
Oh my gosh, that was horrible. That's exactly what he said.
From Tennessee, because you're the only.
Yes, he did. Yes,
you
he
must
did.
be from Jamaica, because Jamaica make crazy.
Yeah, he will send me these.
She's like, man, my friends.
Did it hurt?
Stop.
Did it hurt when he fell from heaven?
Yeah. He definitely gave me those lines, and he will actually texted that to me, thinking they were amazing lines. I'm like, what an
but you know what?
What a weirdo.
God got you.
It did work.
Persistent.
It was definitely persistent.
They say it
but
takes
it was
like 7 to 14 times of follow up to like
sales. Man, we know about sales.
Like 7 to 14
he definitely
times.
used his salesman's technique for this, for sure.
It was funny. Our first date, it's crazy. We took her to Wild Cow.
Wild Cow, yeah.
And our first
because
date.
I was fasting. So
and the whole night she was like this, looking up.
Because I
wouldn't even look at me.
I did not. I don't want to say why, but
she
yeah.
says, "Oh, I didn't find you attractive." She's like that, but I'm like, you know what? But you know what? I'm cool with that because hey, closed mouths don't get fed. So I'm being persistent. So
he
I got
has
her.
been. I even had a evacuation plan too, which
That's
is
funny.
Yeah, and my
she
friend
had her
actually texted me in the middle of our date to find out I was going, because that was my cue to say I had to leave. And so I actually stayed.
Yay!
Because I kind of like the conversation. I just like, he seems harmless, one-eyed, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere after tonight.
Hey. Well, look at us now.
I know.
That's amazing. All right, so let's recap just a couple things. We got the event on the 18th. So y'all come out. What's the name of the restaurant one more time?
Fresh Bite Cuban Cuisine is on Thompson Lane.
I got the address right.
Cool. I can put that in the comments.
Yes.
You should do it. Yeah.
So it's at 451 North Thompson Lane, Suite A.
Yeah. And we
right
got supplies from
Murfreesboro.
Yeah, we got Yay Pack Outreach gave us supplies as well with Break Thru Nashville, and then
Carrie Ann
and my mortgage also donated a huge made a huge donation for that to be made available. We've got 400 backpacks that we want to give away for this our first one here in Rutherford County. So
that's so awesome.
Thank you so
much. And how can people support you with school board stuff? Get out and vote, obviously.
Yeah, so I'm running for Zone 7. That is primarily Black men and sections of Smyrna and sections of Rockville. And so if you live in that area, obviously get out to vote. Early voting starts Friday. So I know July 15th to July 30 is early voting, and then the actual election is August 4th. That's Tuesday.
Nice.
So come out to vote. If you want to help get me elected, you're welcome to find information at vote with a number 4 francesrosales.com.
Nice.
And you can send a contact information, and then I can get you to volunteer if you like.
Heck yeah. Happy to share all that information.
Oh, thank you, Trent. You're the best.
Hey, trying to.
You are.
It's when people care, it's so apparent, and like you can't fake the authenticity that you have. So first of all, thank you for being willing to do this work. It's not easy, this whole thing. Politics at any level is really tough. So thank you for having the heart to do that. Josh, I know you got her back 1,000%. It's been fun to watch y'all out here on the campaign trail, doing all the things, man. And go ahead and plug away all things Break Thru Nashville, where people can find you, how people can support, where where you can get involved, all that real quick.
Definitely. So yeah, Break Thru Nashville, carrying on the vision of Frances's mom and dad.
That's so awesome.
With it's really
Legacy,
cool.
legacy.
Mhm.
So I mean, carrying on that, a lot of Hispanics that we service and serve in the community. Not only we get probably 1 to 2 families a week from the border that come to
Mhm.
come to the church, and we take those kids, we register them for school. We my mother-in-law will take the parents and get them vaccinated. We'll help them, put them on the path of citizenship and filling out paperwork that they need. Financial literacy, partnering with schools. We're pencil partners with Pencil. That allows us to go into these different schools and partner up with teachers and principals. But Break Thru Nashville is, we connect the resources with the need in the Hispanic community, and we're branching out a little bit more, but really working with those schools that have a high percentage of impoverished students in Hispanic as well. We got the book bag event the 18th. We have one on the 23rd with Nashville Noticias and Veronica, and then we have one on August the 2nd, and that's going to be with Apollo Middle School.
Nice.
So those are 3 that we got going up. And
where can they find you?
You can find us on Facebook on Break Thru Nashville. You can find us on Instagram, Break Thru Nashville. Yeah. And then our website is down right now, but it's getting revamped.
Nice.
So we need to redo that. But yeah, and then I mean we're there. We got a lot of stuff coming up. And so if you're wanting to get involved with us, if you're wanting to financially donate to us, I mean we can use it all. And so what we do is, with our board, we got a great board. We have 10 board members. I think 6 are Hispanic. We got 2 African American, 2 white.
Nice.
So we got a really good group of
diversity.
And the
There
one
you
thing
go.
a lot about our board, and I think with any board, is that the board has to share your vision, and they have to be in there actively participating. We're going to have some board members that are going to be participating and volunteering on the 18th. But also we network. We work that net 5, 6, 7 days a week, and we're constantly connected to people, constantly connecting.
And I just want to say really quickly, so it'll
How
be
great
clear,
your
is that
I saw it
it's
coming.
so silly. No, I know you wish that was it, but it's not.
Oh.
The back to school drives, it's open to all families. It's not restricted to anyone. So it's any family that is in need. Please come.
We got socks. We got
We have socks.
like a big old box of socks.
Yeah.
We can just lay them out here on the,
which I'm going to be putting one, whether they fit or
packaged
not.
up. They're for elementary school kids.
Nice, man.
We got a bunch of socks, black socks.
Yes,
They're like
we do.
really, really cool.
And
Heck
then, we're definitely going to be putting one in the box.
That's
For sure.
amazing.
It's gonna be a good event. Like
yeah.
the 18th is gonna be really nice.
Yeah.
And have a lot of people coming through.
Right.
Yeah.
Fresh
Cuban
by Cuban.
cuisine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we appreciate y'all. Thank you for everything. Like I said, it's always super inspiring sitting down with y'all, and just been a fan for a long time ever since I
Aw.
connected with Josh and, met Frances through Josh, and just the work y'all do is incredible. And just, the whole tagline, spread the positive, bring a light to what's going right. Y'all are textbook examples of that for sure. So,
and
thank
you know
you
what?
again.
One thing too is that we got to remember I know we got to wrap up. But
Yeah.
one thing that we remember is that no matter what side of the aisle you're on, or it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, man.
Like, it doesn't
we got
matter
work
anything.
to do.
We got work
Mhm.
to do, and we got to help these kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I don't miss me with the labels. Let's go do
Let's
the
help these
work.
kids.
Yeah,
That's
let's do the
Let's go
impact.
spread the
Let's-
positive.
Yeah, let's build this community up. We got such an amazing community and
Yep.
people like us, and we're gonna we don't need any of the bipartisan
That's
BS,
right,
man. We can
yeah.
do what
Yep.
needs to be done and just miss the label. So big things on deck for
Yes.
the Rosaleses. Go vote for Frances. She will definitely be a great addition to the school board. And yeah, we'll see you on the 18th, the 23rd,
Definitely.
and the
Awesome.
4th or the 2nd.
So the 18th from 5 to
For
7.
July 8th. Yeah, July
July
18th.
18th,
It's here
5
in
to 7.
Weatherford.
Yep. Okay.
The other ones are in
Nashville.
Davison.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well, we'll be sure to plug all that, post away, all the stuff we can do to help. But man, I just want to say thanks again. STP's in y'all's corner forever and
yeah.
ever. So anything we can do, we're here for you. And we'll see y'all on the next one. All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Trent.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Awesome. Thank y'all.
Thank you.